Hi, I live outside of Richmond, Virginia. What's on my mind is the race, the vote here tomorrow
Uh-huh.
on the legislation, and I wonder if there's a poly market on that. I'm trying not to. There's a lot of anticipation. You cannot turn on the TV, streaming service, open your mailbox. I had a friend from Great Britain here last week. He said, "Who is gerrymander?" I'm like, obviously, you didn't take U.S. history. So it's just we can't go anywhere without
Yeah.
seeing it, and I'm
So,
wondering where it's going to
this
land.
is so this is the vote about whether there should be redistricting in Virginia that would favor the Democrats. Sonny, what's your position on it? Are you for it or against it?
I'm going to vote no.
Okay. Tell us what arguments have you heard on both sides that seem both most persuasive and most wacky?
I haven't really had any face-to-face discussions with folks. What I hear over and over is the Obama ad. I actually grew up in Texas, so I was familiar with what happened down there several months back. Um, I know that it's a 10 to 1 scenario if it does get voted in. And I think overall, Abigail Spanberger has been just generally not well received in the state thus far on the conservative side. So I just don't think it's fair.
So Mark, I'll add in,
I'll
by the
just
way,
say
I'll,
quickly, just so
yeah.
quickly, Poly Market has an 85% chance of passing. Who is this gerrymander, Katie?
I know it was such a funny question. I was like, whoa, wait. Um, I think
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
do
very
vote.
confusing to people. I think that vote yes, vote no. I think it appears to be very politicized, and I think it's confusing to a lot of Virginians.
We have redrawing the boundaries that always becomes a political fight, but it's not quite as specific. With the gerrymandering, I think the fact it's done district by district. So Labour got into trouble recently for you had new boundaries, it didn't come in straight away. And then we also had a situation where they kept delaying the local elections due to issues with the boundaries and people saying, you're just suppressing a vote because you think you're going to do badly. So I think these things can become very political across the world. But
Yeah.
certainly in the gerrymandering, I think one of the things I find interesting, just looking from a distance from DC to Virginia, is the fact that Abigail Spanberger's polling has just, gone so badly so quickly. Now, we say that it's not as though Donald Trump and the Republicans have great polling right now. But as a specific politician coming in, I always expect him to have a little bit of a honeymoon period.